What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to your boys podcast. The first episode is crazy, man. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, man. It started out literally with me and my brother in 2008 or 2009. We had the concept to do it. You know, I used to ride around. If anybody remember, I had a Chevy Bubble, Sunkissed Orange. We used to ride around in that. I had the 15s in it, booming system. We had a video camera, and we was just chilling, man, just riding around. And I was like, hey, bruh, why don't we do interviews? Like, you know, pull up on somebody in the community and just do an interview. Like, he was like, man, what, do what? I said, this was before, I'm not sure on the timing, but before all of these podcasts and stuff start coming out, I just had an idea to sit down and talk with people and rack their brain and see what they had going on. I always been intuitive and wanted to know how people tick, you know, how they lived, you know, how they thought about things. And, you know, always been an open person and wanting to learn. You can learn from anything. So I said, let's just get the video camera, because if anybody know me and my brother, Tori baby, whatever you want to call him, just don't call him late for the party, you dig? And now I'm K Nice, K Fizzle, K Shizzle, call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for the check, you dig? It's your boy. But anyways, we used to get the video cameras from, let me think for a second, I want to get it right. It was the Rent-A-Center. Her name is Diane Burns, if you know her. Dee Dee, she used to work over there, and Tina Daniels, she used to work there too. And we used to go in there and rent the video cameras. That's when they had the big video cameras. We started with the big video cameras, and we would walk around and just record everything. We record ourselves, we record our environment, what we was around. And we just took a liking to it, man. I've been doing this alone. This even before 2008. I've been getting in trouble with this recording thing since I was a kid, because I used to take my dad's gospel tapes. Me and Tori and my sister Shonda, we would take my dad's gospel tapes. Didn't know. Didn't even think about it. I say I didn't know, but I didn't think about it. But I would take his tapes and put wads of paper in the top. This way before some of y'all time. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. This is cassette tapes. This even before CDs. We used to take the wads of paper and put them in the top of the cassette. Then you could push record, and it would record over the whole thing. So we didn't give a care about the my dad's gospel music at the time. We was like, I want to hear my voice. I want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what we was thinking. We just wanted to hear ourselves on tape. So what me and my brother would do, we would get the tapes and we would push record. Then we would talk on them, act like we was on a talk show, act like we was on a game show. You know, beatbox, you know, rap, whatever it is we wanted to do, we could finally hear ourselves on like the cassette tape. Like it just meant something. And then we got pretty good at it. And we would have these little, I don't know if you guys remember the little boom boxes. They had the miniature boom boxes it's a personal boom box. Because if you was born in the 80s, you keep saying you an 80s baby. No, you a 90s baby. You grew up in the 90s. You might have been born in the late 80s or the 80s, but you grew up and you was in the 90s. So I was born in 76, and I grew up in the 80s. So they had the big boom boxes from the 70s. Them things was huge. We had one of those too, but we got the dumbed down version when we moved to Sydney, Ohio. We would go in Dollar General and buy them. They would be like 15 or 20 bucks for a boombox. And then it was wrong, but we did it. We would steal batteries, the D batteries, to go into them because they would go dead quick. So we'd be in there every day stealing batteries to keep our boombox going. But anyways, that's where we started with wanting to hear our voice and wanting to be intrigued about so-called, I'm doing the air quotes, but podcasting. That was the beginning of podcasting to me. But I've been doing this since 1991. So, I mean, we've been doing it a long time. So, but anyways, I wasn't doing it on a professional level. I just had that idea back then. So, like I said, we would get the miniature boom boxes and walk around town with them. We would record people at parties that we had. We would be sitting on the square downtown Sydney, and we would just record people and be asking them questions and just be kicking it. It was just kicking it. So it was a great idea. But let's jump back to 2008. We had picked up Reverend Rad, Conrad, C-Rad, whatever you want to call him, Conrad McGee. We had picked him up one time in the Chevy, and we was recording. He was like, "What y'all doing?" I said, "Hey, we ain't had no name for it really. We was just saying that we was recording." And he was like, "That's a good idea, man. Y'all need to do something with that." So we never took the time. We kept doing it, but we was doing it in other ways, like personal stuff at our house or with my grandfather and stuff. We would, be bothering him and just so he can say crazy stuff so we can record it. And then we even learned how to speed it up or slow it down so it would sound like chipmunks or it'd sound like a snail. I mean, that it goes slow as a snail, so it would sound funny. So, man, I've been doing this a long time, man. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to take my time. I'm just going to do one episode at a time and let people get the feeling of it to see if they like it. Because I know it'll take off. The first stages of anything is learning every aspect of it. So I really love this, and I think I'm going to do this. So first of all, I'm going to start with the audio podcast like I'm doing right now. And then later on, maybe after I get this going, then I'll start the video part of it. So, I'll be putting videos up on YouTube and also the audio up on YouTube. And you know what I'm saying? Then later on, I'll have guests. So I'll interview guests and then we can cohabitate like that. But I just wanted to say welcome to my podcast, Wise Words from a Grown Man. I'll say it again, you did. Now I have to come up with a gimmick, I guess, a slogan, whatever, because I got another YouTube channel that I'm doing. So I got to come up with a slogan for this one. But for right now, I just wanted to welcome y'all to this new one. And you will be seeing me and hearing me in the near future. So until then, hey, I'ma holla at you, you heard? Later on.